This book, man, was so good. Why some ideas don't spread. And what the author does is kind of unpack this meme culture. The idea is some ideas just go very viral. We've all been sent something that just kind of moves very fast, and it's funny usually. And she kind of plays on this idea. I guess Richard Dawkins coined this phrase meme a long time ago about it's like a cultural transmission of an idea. And she kind of says on the counter of that, like, what are anti-mimetic ideas, that why don't certain ideas don't spread? And she talks about complexity, like usually simple ideas really spread, but more complex ideas that require more thought are kind of more resistant. Then talks about like personal discomfort when something requires you to change. It's really hard for that idea to kind of really marinate. And then lack of incentives, meaning there's no immediate reward. And she talks about like changing daylight savings really isn't something we need, but like after you kind of get through the first couple of days, like you forget. There's no reason to actually go through the long process of changing the law. And so she just kind of unpacks this. And I think this is a really good book for pastors to read because it kind of explains a lot. And the takeaways that I took was the importance of creating anti-mimetic groups where people can have honest conversations. There's public discourse and private discourse. And she kind of talks about COVID kind of eroded public discourse. If you said the wrong thing out loud, you would get crucified. And essentially, like, we need to process ideas. And sometimes there's thoughts. And really most of that dialogue during COVID moved into private group chats. And this is why there's some of these public spaces kind of just totally, went crazy. I think about this with Facebook groups. I wonder if that's one of the reasons why Facebook groups kind of slowly died, because it was a little too public and it needed to move to like a WhatsApp or an iMessage thread. Also talked about, understand the importance of navigating spiritual conversations that are important, that require change, and just understand maybe the cultural gag reflex that might happen when you talk about this, and just understand that chasm you actually need to jump. And then lastly, empower intentional engagement. And just talked about understanding the viral noise and really the rise of influencers are moving people and not facts. And you need to teach your congregation to recognize the difference between somebody who thinks they're smart and right versus somebody who actually has data to back it. And so I would really highly check out this book. You'll learn a lot about like internet culture right now, and I think it should impact your preaching in some way.